What's up, everybody? I did a hit with VSIN Sports and Information Network, and a numbers game, and my good friend Gil Alexander and Kelly Bidlin, and it was great to be with them. We talked about so many things, but I didn't get a chance to talk about one of the things that I think is important for you, the investor, to understand, or the trader, and that is that derivatives and options and futures are a much easier product to beat than sports. There is a lot more information and a lot less liquidity problems. They allow you opportunities that you can't always get in the sports betting market, and you get the opportunity to play it over and over and over again throughout the same day. So it certainly bears taking a look, but make sure you check out my interview with the numbers game, because it was great. It was great to be with those guys, and the show is fantastic. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you later.
And here's one. Rozzy parlays. Tell Toddy Bubba Horwitz to get those icing-topped brownies ready to go. His unwanted sons are coming to town. I have no idea what this means, but you know who does? Todd Bubba Horwitz, who joins us in studio now. How you doing, man?
It's great to be here, Gil. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Let's get you in the mic so people can hear you.
Let me get closer? Okay.
Yeah.
It's great to be here.
What does that mean? What does that tweet mean right there?
These are guys that I coached when they were 9, 10, 11, and 12 and still maintain a relationship, my son included, and they're all coming for the NCAA tournament.
Oh, nice.
And we have these special cream cheese ice brownies that Rozzy will eat 4 or 5 boxes of them in 2 days.
Well, I see. Okay, for those who want some context here, because they're like, "Who's this guy? Now?" We read your promos for a couple months now,
right?
That you were conducting a seminar of kind, or you were doing some trading advice. First of all, give us your background. I assume this getup is from the Chicago Futures Exchange.
This is from the Chicago Board of Options Exchange. It's from the Mercantile Exchange. It's from the Board of Trade, which I am still currently a member of. Although there is no trading floor anymore, but I was a floor trader. And for 36 years, I traded on the floor for my own money every day, just like betting sports.
Wow.
In fact, this time of year, we'd be in the pits trading NCAA teams once the draw comes out, making markets on these teams. And, of course, the floor dried up. I became a retail trader like everybody else.
Because floor trading doesn't really exist anymore.
It does not exist anymore. There's a few minute floors around that are done only for commercial use.
For performative, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The big firms will have some floors trading, but true trading floors where you see the carnage from, like you saw in Trading Places.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a true scene. That was like a pit that I traded in the OEX when it first came out. It was so crowded and so loud, and it was so physical. And besides all the bodily functions that are going on in that thing, I mean, people were beating up on you, and it was fighting for money.
Yeah.
And it ties into a lot of the sports betting, which would really drew me to a numbers game. I mean, I've been a subscriber of VSIN since almost day one. I've been watching you since you were just started on this network. Mm-hmm. Okay, I go back to when they used to have, this time of year, they used to have a free contest for subscribers.
That's right. Well, first of all, we appreciate that. I appreciate that you've been with us for so long. So so let's get to the brass tacks of this. So you have that background. You teach people, and by the way, where should they go? BUBBATRADING.com.
BUBBATRADING.com is where they should go, and I do teach people. I do 4 or 5 webinars a week.
Yeah.
In fact, I did one this morning. I trade live with my members, so we traded this morning before I came here.
So they are watching you do day trading?
They're watching me doing day trading, and I'm actually calling trades. I'm giving them the signal, telling them that we're going to make this trade, and I'm saying, go make the trade.
And you're explaining why you're doing what you're doing.
100%. I'm giving them a pattern that we are looking for. You know, the charts in market part, the charts tell the story.
Okay.
They tell you what the news is, right? It's not like sports betting where a last-minute injury, if you get first, you're going to get advantage of it. In the charts of a market, that news is already in the market by the time it gets broadcast on TV.
Yeah. BUBBATRADING.com. How much does this cost someone if they were interested in doing this? Because I'm sure a lot of people listening would be interested.
I have stuff that starts at $99 a month. Okay. You know, I do a lot of options training. I do a lot of futures training because I trade them all myself. You know, again, give me a liquid market, including sports. Give me any liquid market, and I'll trade it. But you have to have liquidity. And you have to have discipline.
Well, what I find so fascinating about this, Joe Pete is on the show tomorrow.
Love Joe Pete. I love his book.
He's an old Lehman Brothers guy. And just like you alluded to, he used to say that the most the most actively attended meetings, or the thing that most people participated in, was their NCAA March Madness pools, also their sort of NFL season win totals, buy and sells. They had a whole thing that got so big they had to sort of shut it down because they were worried it was getting too big. I'm curious then, the tie over to sports betting. What is it that you observe in sports bettors that makes you recoil the most, where you're like, this is where people mostly get things wrong, sports betting?
Well, I think too many people don't grasp how to use the derivative markets now in sports, because there are derivatives in sports by player props or whatever. I think too many people chase the line. They don't have enough outlets to go to. They will run into, it's a hot play, but yes, it was a hot play at 3. It's not so hot at 5.
Right.
Okay. And I think the discipline that most sports bettors don't have. You should know, if you're a sports bettor, you should know your win rate. What is my percentage of winning? I bet you if I asked you, what is your tennis percentage of wins?
I can break it down in terms of like favorites and dogs and that kind of thing too.
Exactly. And listen, if this is a business, okay, trading, sports betting, listen, if you want to go out for a kibitz out to the racetrack, right? You go out and you go blow your brains out, you have a good time for a couple of bucks. But if you're really serious about betting on sports, if you're really serious about this, then you have to treat it as a business. Listen to Fezzik all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm on your bingo card, Fez. I'm here today. But again, listen to Fezzik. I mean, he's an actuary. You are becoming an actuary about this business, and you have to treat it as such, because sports betting is a business. It's not where you're just giving money away for free. And one thing, and when you win, the biggest thing I find also, it's house money. It's not house money. When it goes in my account, it's my money. Okay? I'm not playing with house money. I'm playing with my own personal money, and that profit is now mine. What I choose to do with it, another thing, but it doesn't mean that I'm going to go bet more because I have extra money.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to stick to a strict discipline of how you play, right? You have to be patient and wait.
Do you agree or disagree, though, that the biggest difference with sports betting and what you've done for decades is that in sports betting, you also have to be cognizant of the fact that if you are too successful, the house will do everything to shut you down, which is not really what happens in financial markets.
They never shut you down in financial markets. They never shut you down in pari-mutuel markets.
Yeah.
But here, because they don't want you to win, right? I mean, listen, let's face it. The casino wants to win. They want to hold really their house edge. They don't really want to kill anybody. They want to hold their house edge. That's really what they want to do. They want to grind it out. They're grinding out 5%. Without the derivative market, basically, it's a 5% edge. That's what they're making. But yes, that is a problem. That's why people have to learn how to attack the same market through different markets that are derived from that market, right? If you use a derivative market, okay, because there's a lot of corollary and a lot of correlations that go between sports betting. But the biggest thing, no matter what you can do, is you have to be disciplined enough not to get crazy, and you can't chase your money.
Yeah.
But there is a form of martingale betting if you understand it, and you have to know first your win rate, right? So if you're hitting 60% in tennis and you go into a 40% win rate for a short period of time, what is the probability based on your history that you're going to hit a winner?
Yeah, and Dr. Bob talks about this all the time. I mean, he's like, well, yeah, yes, I've hit 60%. I'm not likely to continue to hit that percentage. You have to, we've said this for many years. I probably haven't said it in a long time, which is, folks should be logging all of their bets. In baseball, I used to do it based on, minus 150 to minus 159, minus 140 to minus 149. I was aware of what my record was in 10-cent increments just to know how I performed.
So is Joe Pita to the exact fraction.
Yeah.
Okay. But again, that's what people don't understand, that you're putting money at risk. This is a total business. Okay. And if you play it like a business, you give yourself an opportunity. It doesn't mean you're going to win every day. You're listening. You're not going to get rich tomorrow betting sports. You're not going to get rich following the touts who are all full of crap. We have the same thing in our business. There's a million guys out there advertising that you're going to make $1 million tomorrow. Put a 5,000 and you make $1 million. Yeah, you're going to lose the 5,000 and they're going to make the $1 million because they're taking your money. They're stealing your money, just like the touts. Now, that's one thing about this show. One of the things that attracted me to you and Crack and Fez and all the other guys you have on, they're as honest as day is long. Okay,
Yeah.
I have a good day, I have a bad day. You've never once come out here and said, well, I shouldn't have bet this play, or I laid 3, it went to 5, I won, okay, because I laid the 3, but you lost, so I'm sorry. That's, to me, the attraction of the network, but especially your show, because you always tell it straight. And I bet every one of your tennis plays blind. Okay, I see them. I get up at 1:30 every morning. Okay, work out. Look on VSIN. Go to tennis. Bang! I'm putting in those tennis plays.
Well, we appreciate the loyalty. I speak on behalf of everybody. Appreciate it. Todd Bubba Horwitz, BubbaTrading.com. That day trading thing sounds fascinating. That's where they go for all of this, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
They can also, if anybody wants, I do a daily video that's 2 minutes long. You can have it for free. I'll send it to you.
Yeah,
Just
about
email
20
me.
minutes long. You talking about stuff?
I do, the one yesterday was 20 minutes, but every day, every morning,
Okay.
I do about 2 minutes. What's the market's going to do? What do I expect?
Thanks for coming in, man. Appreciate
Great
it.
to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
BubbaTrading.com.